You're not up in Buffalo. The draft is like 24 hours away, Vaughn. Where aren't you supposed to be shadowing Brandon Beane as left-hand man?
Yeah, I mean, that's a priority, but I think my rehab and getting right and making sure I'm able to play, when the season starts is more of a priority. So I'm kind of, juggling both. But if I got to pick between, sitting in the war room looking at draft picks or rehabbing my knee, I'm sure Brandon will want me, here rehabbing my knee as well.
And we love to hear that. But I heard that you were sizing up some of the guys not too long ago. I know, and we saw, and you were spotted at the combine this year. So what's the biggest thing that you learned from that experience?
I learned a lot. I learned so much. It's not being a great GM. It's not just about drafting, great players. You got to be a leader of men. You got to be able to really communicate throughout the whole organization, from the janitors all the way up to, the owner of the team. So to see the way Brandon Beane does it and to see the way other GMs do it, it was definitely a great experience to get their perspectives and to see it from that point of view.
Are you getting in his ear about DeAndre Hopkins, or?
The thing about Brandon Beane, I don't have to really get on his ear about anything. He's so in tune with the streets. He's so in tune with the free agents and what's going on in the draft. By the time I go and I talk to him about a player, he already talked to him and they already start working on stuff. So it's good to, just to be around somebody that speaks the same language that you do.
Now, Vaughn, you're saying he's already talked to them and the deal's already in the works. Are you trying to break news here that DeAndre Hopkins is headed up there with Stephon Diggs?
No, I don't have no breaking news for you right now, but there's definitely been conversations and we just got to figure it out. It's one of those things, especially when it's my boys, when especially like a Odell Beckham or, DeAndre Hopkins. It's easy to get excited about those guys. And of course you want them on your team, but there's so many different elements to just, there's so many different elements to really make it happen. I feel like with Hopkins, we're in a good spot. We just got to wait and see what happens.
I love that it's you and Brandon Beane taking on the world in this offseason. Who would you like to see the Buffalo Bills bring into the building?
I think, for me, it's, sometimes relationships go a little bit further than anything else that's out there. That could be performance, that could be stats, that could be anything. I don't really have a relationship with a lot of these guys that are coming out. I know Nolan Smith, and I know the type of person that he is. Super smart guy, comes from a great background. He's a leader, very, very tough. He's athletic. To have opportunity to play with Nolan, man, that'd be super cool.
That would be amazing. What is Von Miller's role on this Buffalo Bills squad that needs to win a Super Bowl?
I think first and foremost, I got to be able to affect the quarterback, get sacks. Me personally, I need to come back from this injury and be the same Von, if not better. I got to really build on the success that I had last year. Had 8.5 sacks through 9 games, and it's got to be 2.0 this season. I think that's first and foremost. Being a great leader and being a great teammate, all those things are important. Being able to lead the young guys, of course, working on my next career and trying to be the best GM that I could possibly be. All the things are important, but none of them match up to being the best football player that I could possibly be on the football field and helping bringing this first and Barty to Buffalo.
But now, Vaughn, your job got a little harder with the past 24 hours or so, right? Because this deal gets done, bringing that man, the MVP Aaron Rodgers, into the division. What do you make of that?
It's tough. It's Aaron Rodgers, and that Jets team was already crazy before. They're already competitive, without Aaron Rodgers. Their defense is one of the best defenses in the league. You got Quinn Williams and Sauce Gardner, and got great linebackers. Got C.J. Mosley, man, they got a tough team. They got Garrett Wilson, is one of the best receivers already. Offensive line was injured. They're getting some big time offensive linemen back. Breece Hall was killing the league. Like they already had a tough. They already had a tough team. I'm at peace though, because we have Josh Allen and we have Stephon Diggs, and we have a great team as well. We've had a great team for a long time. So I'm all about playing great players. I'm all about playing great teams. Not only the Jets, but the Dolphins are a great team as well. They're ready to go too. And the New England Patriots are, competitive, and they got better as well too. So that's just the nature of the sport. You want to play against the great players. You want to play in the big time games. You want to have moments like this, and that's what it's all about. And I'm excited for it.
If you had to, as a GM, rank those quarterbacks, would you put at this point Allen over Rodgers? Yeah, right?
I'm voting Josh Allen, Josh Allen, Josh Allen.
When do you think, tell me this, just as because you've seen both of these quarterbacks, you've played against Aaron, you've watched him, but you really saw Josh Allen up close and personal last year. Ron, what was the moment that you think he sort of took the torch? Maybe not from Aaron, but he joined all those elite quarterbacks at the top.
I think he started that process before like I even got here. I think, the playoff games that he's had with Kansas City, I think all the big time Monday night games that he's had. I think, the success that he's had before I got here was a huge factor in that. But the very first game that we played versus the Los Angeles Rams, and see the way he played and what he took over that game, stiff arming guys, running guys over, talking trash to guys. That's when I fell in love with Josh. This is my quarterback. And then, like I said before, sometimes relationships go a little bit further than performance or stats or whatever measurement that you have to make the argument. And for me, man, I got a relationship with Josh Allen, and I'm going to pick Josh Allen over anybody.
Josh Allen over Aaron Rodgers. The internet's going to go crazy over that, Ron.
I'm sure it wouldn't be such a crazy argument. I think.
Really?
I think it's people that see it both ways, but I don't think it'd be too crazy.
How is Josh Allen better than Aaron Rodgers?
I wouldn't say better. I'm just saying, I'm picking Josh Allen. But Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers, they both do amazing things. Aaron Rodgers has a Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers has a Super Bowl. He's going to the Hall of Fame for sure. He's made a lot of people better. He's played on teams that were not as talented. And he made those teams great. He took those teams deep into the playoffs. So it'd be interesting, and it'd be fun to see what he does with this super loaded Jets team. It'd be crazy, but I'm just picking Josh Allen. That's my guy, Josh Allen. This is 6 year. This is 6 year, man. The sky's the limit for him. Football right now, he's never been more focused on football than he has been right now. And that's you got Patrick Mahomes winning 2 Super Bowls, and Aaron Rodgers has one, and Joe Burrow is on the trajectory to get one too. Josh Allen is a competitive dude, and he feels like he should be next, and I feel the same way, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to make that happen.
Well, he's lucky that you don't get to sack him, so that's one way. That's one win he has over Aaron Rodgers, because I think some of these, at least 3 of these sacks that you need to get to Bruce Smith, which you're saying you don't care about, but I care about because I'm an NFL fan. I think a couple of them are being landed on the almost 40-year-old quarterback. It's a Flip the Turf campaign, and fans can help support the cause.
They can support the cause by signing the petition at Pennington.com/fliptheturf, and there's all type of information about all the great things that they're doing. They already have 35,000 signatures on that petition, so it's out there, and all the help and all the awareness that we could get would be amazing.
And we all saw what happened to you on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit, I believe. How are you feeling?
I'm great. I don't really have any complaints. I play for a great team. Whenever I go in there and I'm around my teammates and my coaches and the cafeteria workers and the janitors and the front office people and all the infrastructure that they have in Buffalo, man, it's amazing, man. It's sunny every single day. I do what I can. I'm maximizing my days to really come back as strong and as fast as possible and as healthy as possible. And that's why I'm here. I got the time to do it, so I'm advocating for player safety today with Pennington Flip the Turf campaign. It's still some artificial turfs out. It's still some artificial grass fields out there. I got hurt on Thanksgiving. It was injuries happen, but to be hurt and have the playing surface be a factor is crazy. So I'm here to do what I can to make the game better.
So let's say there's some NFL fans watching and they're like, the turf did it really. If you were to make your pitch and you want to be a GM, so this kind of stuff's going to come up, you're making your pitch, you're in front of the NFL, Rodgers sitting there, what is your pitch on changing this turf in all stadiums uniformly in the NFL?
But they already know where I'm coming from, and I get it. I can see it from both point of views. Like, I'm sure if we work with them, they'll work with us, and there has to be a common ground to get it done. And we're not the only sports league that has made this change or trying to make this change. Soccer, they play on grass fields wherever they go. When they come over here and they have to play on artificial turf, they lay grass over the artificial turf. So soccer's already doing it, and I don't see why the NFL can't be next. And we have the most powerful sports league in the history of mankind. So it's something that can get done. We just got to focus in on it and get it done.
It's really powerful what you're saying. I've had obviously many players are talking about it more and more, and it's sort of a group that's come together. It's the Flip the Turf campaign. Fans, don't just let Von Miller's star power in his face be leading the way. Like, the way to make change is for fans to also make their voices heard. So we're asking you to go fill out the campaign and get on it. And if you're a fan of Von Miller, Buffalo supports everything more than most supportive fan base in the NFL. Like, get on that, right, Von?
Yeah, of course. And we got a great league. We got the most powerful, the best league in the history of mankind. Like, the NFL is great. But there are still some things that can make it even better.
So there we go. I appreciate you, Von. Thank you so much, and keep good luck with everything you're doing, as always.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.